Live from Nairobi, Kenya, on the Artist First World Radio Network, it's time for another broadcast of Africa Creates, a program dedicated to African creativity. Past shows are available free on demand. Visit the Africa Creates archive page on artistfirst.com. And here's your host, Vered Ehsani.
Hi, this is Vered Ehsani of Africa Creates. I'm sitting here at Java House at Westgate with a young and very lively group called DreamVille. And I'm going to let them introduce themselves and then we'll have a chat with them.
Yeah. Hello, people. This web presenting DreamVille. Welcome to the show.
Hello, this is Mishu, the rapper and singer of the group.
This is Jessie, DreamVille vocalist.
This is Holly, or you can call me RH, representing DreamVille.
All right. RH, what does RH stand for?
Rhyming H, like rhyming Holly, you know?
Ah, okay, so you're the rhyming dude.
Yeah.
Okay, very good. And Web stands for something as well.
Simple. I'm the world entertaining baby boy.
All right. I think from these names you get a sense that this is a very fun and humorous group. But we're going to be talking some serious stuff here, so we're going to get all serious if I can get these guys to be serious, but there's a lot of laughter and smiles on these faces. So what I want to do is I want to first just go around this table and just find out a little bit about each person. And I'm going to start with Mishu. Mishu was actually calling me 15 minutes before I was supposed to meet her saying, "Where are you? I'm here, where are you?" And I was very impressed because normally Kenyans aren't known for their timeliness. As our dear RH can attest. But Mishu was here very much more than on time, and I'm gonna let her start because I was a little bit shocked to find out what her age is. Mishu, why don't you tell us who you are?
My name is Michelle. My full name is Michelle Bubiwangwe. I'm actually 16. Yes, I'm actually 16, but people say I look way much older than I am. So yeah, and I act in quite a mature way. So yeah, that is quite what I am. And for the early thing, no, it's a good thing to have a change at one point. You know, being the late one is not always fun. So
that's right. And Mishu impressed me because she's still doing high school. She's doing IB, which for those who don't know, it's International Baccalaureate, which is a very challenging high school program. And she is also in this band called DreamVille. Can you just explain, Mishu, how you got wrapped up in this band?
Well, see, it starts from like when I was young. I'd usually go on websites and then, you know, because I had so much ambition in me, then I'd be like, hey, this is Michelle. I sing and I rap as well. Here's my YouTube channel. Go on and check it out and see if you can help me achieve my dream. So then RH, he saw that post I made on some website and he checked out my things and he hit me up and we met up in a formal meeting. Yeah, and that's how I got wrapped up into DreamVille.
Excellent. So RH, let's just pop over to you.
Yeah.
What made you select Mishu? Because here's this very young person who's putting her stuff out there. So what said to you, this is the lady who's going to be part of our team?
Okay, you know, like I come from this family where they don't really appreciate music as a career, you know. So I was going through all these challenges, trying to get my stuff out there, you know. So when I was trying to find some producer, I saw her article, like talking to the same producer, you know. So I was like, at 13 years of age, and she already doing the same hustle that I'm doing, you know. So I was like, oh, this kid must be serious. So I was like, okay, I do want to work with her. Yeah.
Excellent. And Webb, how did you get involved in this group?
That's nice. You know, okay, I had this passion in music, and I was like, making it alone will be kind of, you know, tricky. So I wanted to form like a group, you know. So I tried searching, you know, online, and that's how I met with RH. And by the time I was meeting with RH, they'd already hooked up with Mishu. And that's how I also got wrapped up in the group. You know?
Okay.
Yeah.
And Joyce, what about you?
Me, this RH and Web, they discovered me. I was still in high school. I didn't know I could sing. So they just pulled me up one day, told me, we need to go to studio and you need to do this. And I sang, and I don't know, I was surprised. I could sing. They discovered me, so here I am.
What a great story. I love it. Okay, so we've got a bit of the background of these people. Now, let's just hop to the actual band. DreamVille, first of all, the name, I mean, that's a really interesting name. Where does this come from? I mean, it's not a Swahili name, it's not a Kenyan name. Who thought up this idea of the name?
Well, at first it was Dream Team. Then we kind of got the sense that, of course, people know we're a team, and there are a lot of dream teams. Because even on Google, if you search Dream Team, it's not until the 13th page which you find us, you know. So we saw it was, you know, first of all, Ville in French means city. So, you know, Dream kind of took Dream and took the team away and then put Ville. So Dream City, you know, and it made sense because we're all people who come from different areas in the city, you know. So it was just that idea that just pops out, you know.
Our dreams.
City, you know.
And you know, we are chasing our dreams, so I don't know, it makes sense.
We are
Dreamville.
chasing our dreams in the city, you know.
That's a good one. So let's now talk about your music. What would you say is your inspiration, and how would you describe your music? I mean, we're going to have a sample of one of your songs at the end, but generally, how would you describe your genre, your type of music, and the inspiration, where it comes from?
DreamVille is like multi-genre, you know, because we like out here to break the genre boundary. You know, guys out there saying I'm a hip hop artist, I'm an R&B artist, Afro soul and stuff, you know. But then, like, for us, we feel like to have a wider audience, you need to incorporate all these genres together, you know. So plus DreamVille as like a group, all of these guys, they are individual artists on their own. So if you come up with one specific genre and say, like, from today henceforth we'll be doing hip hop, you know, it's like you limiting the other guys, you know. That's ain't the right way to chase a dream. So we're like, okay, let's all be multi-genre so that he can come with his idea on the table, she can bring hers, same to Jesse, you know. So that's why we basically say, like, DreamVille is multi-genre, you know. And the type of music we do, it's experimental, it's African, you know. It's like we just having fun.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's good, but where would you say your inspiration comes from in terms of either topics, themes, or musical styles?
Nice. We derive our inspiration from the day-to-day happenings. Yeah, the events now. Like from here, we're going to have a song. Yeah, a hit song. That's basically what happens in the village. Yeah, we derive, you know, from the day-to-day experience. You know, yeah, there's a lot, you know, to experience, and there's a lot to write. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, from our day-to-day lives, from things that happen to us, from people, things that happen to other people, from just everything, life, you know? Yeah.
Excellent. Okay, so we're getting a little sense of your background. Now, when I was talking to Mishu while we were waiting, yeah, you just yeah. just saying. So while we were waiting, Mishu was telling me that a lot of your songs actually have messages in them. And so maybe you could just let us know, what are the kinds of messages that are important to you? Because she was saying it's important for songs to have messages. You know, we all listen to music every day, and to have music that has a message is important. So I want to know, why is it important to you guys, and what are the kinds of messages that are important to you? So maybe we'll just go around the table and everyone can just say one thing.
Okay.
We'll start with our good friend, Polly.
It's all about positivity, you know. Like, there's a lot of negative stuff in the world, you know. People just need to get positive. So unless we do it, nobody else will do it. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so the message is basically something people can relate to, you know. It's not like really gospel as in God and everything, but we just sing something that people can listen to, sing positive message, like encourage other people, you know.
Yeah, as Joyce has said, you know, it's just to let people know that no matter what you go through, no matter where you've been, no matter where you've come from, you can still make it. Just that dream that you always dream at night, it's gonna come true one day, you know. So that's the main message in almost like all our songs, basically.
Yeah, okay. To begin with, allow me to say that the system is kind of twisted, yeah? So it's like people are in a comfort zone, people don't want to face the reality, you know? So we try through our messages, through our music, to bring out the positive message, you know, to speak to that common man, you know? Because, you know, we need to speak to that common man and, you know, bring out the reality. Let him face life the way it should be. Yeah, so we don't hide anything in our songs, you know. That's why we speak to people in our songs and we bring out the relativity, you know. Yeah, we need to be, you know, relevant, you know, the relevancy, something that anyone can, you know, can relate with.
Excellent. So we have a very positive, upbeat theme going on here. And if you see the faces around this table, you'll see the positive energy and the great big smiles. Now, I also hear that you guys, I mean, we have some songs on the internet and we have a YouTube link, I think, that we're going to put up. For our listeners, please go to africacreates.net and we'll have more information about Dreamville as well as all of the links to their website, to their YouTubes and all of that. But I want to just talk now about your upcoming release, because you're talking about releasing an EP probably by the end of the year or early next year. So really in the next 6 months, hopefully. And we have talked about before this interview how you're going to put it on iTunes or Amazon or some digital platform so that our listeners can really get in there and buy it from you. But maybe you could just tell me sort of the kinds of songs that will be on that EP and the diversity of themes that you're going to cover, because it sounds like you're talking about a lot of the issues that face the common man, as Webb put it. So what would those common issues be, and what will the songs reflect when people listen to them?
Relationships, you know, because all of us, we ain't married, you know, so obviously there has to be relationship and issues there. There has to be some will be politically charged, you know, because we live in a country where there is no equality and stuff, you know. Then as youth growing up, obviously we have to talk about the things you experiment with, you know. Those will have to be there. But at the end of the day, whether the track is danceable, whether it's laid back, it will always be positive. That's all about Dreamville. Yeah.
So you have actually quite a mixture of different kinds of songs. You were saying some of them are more laid back, some will be danceable, some may be more romantic or thoughtful or whatever. So there's that mixture in there. It's not going to be the same sound for the whole tracks. Excellent. Good to know. Good to know. So what are some of the challenges that you face as artists, as musicians, as a group together?
Okay, personally I would say that what brings the challenge on the table to me is the fact that you know, we come from different backgrounds, you know. Like you see right now, Mishu came, I really said to come late, you know, just said to come late. But if you are working, you know, if you are living together, it will have been more easier. But you know, we come from different part of the city, so sometimes, you know, coming together on time becomes tricky. To me, that's all. That's my basic challenge.
Mishu, what do you think? What would you say are the challenges facing you as a musician and also the group itself?
The main challenge that I face in Dreamville, and I think Dreamville sometimes is affected by it, is the way sometimes I can go to the far places that we have our concerts in, and sometimes, like, let's say, like, I'm in a school play and I have practice like each and every Saturday, and that's the only chance I get to record with the crew. Again, like, you know, basically school sometimes and the distance affects the group, because, you know, if you have to perform as a group, all of you have to be there. So yeah, I think that's the main challenge that affects the group.
Yeah, for those who've never been to Nairobi, although Nairobi isn't very big in terms of numbers of people, it's very spread out. And our infrastructure in terms of transport, public transport, road networks is very limited for the number of people who are now on the roads. So, for example, although I'm giving RH a rough time for being late, in reality, it's really hard to know how long a trip will take. It can take 20 minutes or 2 hours, just depending on what's happening. There could be a riot in town or a politician going through town, or something happens. All sorts of things can happen. So I can really appreciate Mishu's comments about how distance and transport and getting around is hard. And you guys all came here on public transport, so that's another definite challenge. What about in terms of sort of access to the audience? Do you find that the Kenyan audience is receptive to your music, and how do you get it out there?
Well, it's not everyone who listens to our songs or each and everyone's songs, but we have our own, group of fans. As in, we have people who listen to us, who love our music. We have people who look out for the next thing we are going to do. They ask when we are going to studio, what are we going to release, and we appreciate them. Yeah, but it's not everyone, we face our challenges. We have our haters.
You have haters?
We have haters, yeah. People who are like, seriously, you guys ain't going nowhere. But you're making it, yes.
Okay, I have to ask, why would they hate you? Holly, why would they hate you?
I don't know. I don't have a hater. Like, okay, like in the world, anything you do, people will agree with you. Not everyone will be like, he's doing the right thing, Way back from history, if you're doing the right thing, you must face opposition, So it's just like that. But we just hope it's something that won't last, Yeah. So it's something that we're really working hard to break into that barrier and thus get our stuff out there where everyone can love them, But we're not trying to please everybody,
That's probably good, because you can't please everyone, right?
Yeah.
You just have to do what you want to do and hope that there'll be people who will follow.
Yeah. If I am to quote, I don't know whoever made the quote, but he said like, I don't know the secret to success, but I know the secret to failure is trying to please everybody.
Okay, so that's a quotable quote from Holly over here. From our age, we definitely don't want to try to please everyone. That's a ticket to failure. Well done. So when I was talking to Mishu, this is a very interesting story, because here she is in high school with all the challenges of high school, doing this band, doing the recording, doing all of this, and she has plans to go now into medicine of all things. Webb, I think it was you who said you are now in production, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we got the doctor, we got the producer. Holly, it was marketing.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got a marketer here, and Joycey.
IT. I am an IT specialist.
Wow! Wow!
Fire in the building.
My goodness! So this is quite this is an intelligent group. Okay, so not only do they have fun and do music, but this is an intelligent group. So what I'm wondering, because when I was talking to Mishu, and I think this is a common thing, she was saying, yes, the music is the love and the hobby and what I do, but also we need to be practical. So I'm just wondering how this is all going to work. You're all going to have these amazing IT career, doctor, marketing, producing. Oh, okay, excuse me. Mishu just told me, a surgeon, by the way, okay?
That's good, because you'll be working on Jessie's throat whenever she has, so that's good.
Okay, so
she's the vocalist,
we've got the doctor in the house. We have the doctor in the house. We've got the marketer, the producer, the IT who will do all the digital work for you. So, in terms of your actual goals as a band, how does this all work? I mean, you're going to have time to develop your education and then your careers, and then you've got the music. So, how are you balancing all of that?
I think if you really love something, no matter what you're doing, you'll just find time. It doesn't matter, Even if school is pressuring and you have to work, maybe even 2 jobs at a time, you'll just find time for music. Yes, you will. So it will work out.
Yes.
Okay, let me just sum it up in one word. It's all about passion.
Okay, so you've got passion. You'll find time if you love something. Mishu's nodding. Holly is going, yeah, that's right. But this is still quite an ambitious group. Now, we are going to actually close with one of your songs. It's called Dream Alive. Okay, so I want you just to give us a sense of what this song is about, and why it is that you sent me the song to, why this song and not another song. So what is it about this song that you really like, that you wanted to make sure got shared to the Africa Creates audience? So who's gonna tell us the story about Dream Alive? Okay, Mishu.
Okay, Dream Alive is actually a song behind Our Dreams, and it was our first ever song that we recorded. And the interesting thing about Dream Alive is I'm not trying to be the star here, but if you hear my verse, you'll hear that young voice, and it's like so raw, So that's the most interesting thing about Dream Alive. And I remember the first time that my mom, we had to go all the way to Moja to record it, and then my mom actually took me there and she waited for me and recorded that song. So that song is like one throwback song that just that song that you cannot forget how it went down, from the first word to the 16th bar, it's just there.
So this is actually a piece of Dreamville history, your first song recorded. That's right. So one day when you're famous and we're known around the world, I'll be able to say, but I met them when they put out their first song, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is Vered from Africa Creates. We're chatting with DreamVille's Joycey, Mishu, Webb, and RH. We're going to be listening to their first ever recorded song called Dream Alive. What language is it in? Swahili, English, or mix?
In English.
It's in English. Okay. So what is it about? What is the song's message?
Song about?
Yeah, what's the song about?
It's just like encouraging anyone out there that is chasing their dream that you'll make it, No matter how hard it may be, the dream must stay alive,
Okay.
Yeah.
So telling us to keep the dream alive.
Yeah.
So please go off to africacrates.net to get all the more information on all the links. Leave us a comment. What would you like to tell Dreamville? Let us know if you want more information from them, and we'll definitely be announcing when their next release is coming out, and we'll get you all that information and the links. So right now I'm going to end the show. We're going to listen to Dream Alive, which encourages all of us to not give up. Thanks a lot, and chat with you next week.
Woo!
In a life full of fear, vision are clear. Born to the winner, though the glory ain't near. I call the dream come here. Wanna be a lover, will you please be my dear? Yeah, and she said that's right. Emma be an angel till our future turns bright. I work hard, make this dream a reality. To be the last man standing in a vicinity. But ain't nobody get interested. That's the pain in my life get inflicted. Oh, so before you get rejected, I may keep it to my dreams so addicted. In the long run, when it's said and done, dreams still remain the captain on my team. And if I ever wake up without a dream, just carry you my hymn, you my mainstream.
Make it. I know we'll make it. No matter how hard it may be. My dream will still be alive.
Hurry every day, like Lil Wayne. My life is sweet, I call it sugar cane. Many ask how I did it, so I tell them I'm sleeping, fuck on my sleep, and I live my dream. The road was bumpy and it still is. Sometimes I'm here cause the camera shows in action, but honestly, I'm here up your passion. You see me alone, talk to myself, no where's good man, I'm just making my next rap. Show times the 6 and it ends at 3. Yeah, pushing hard to the top of that tree. Young queen of rap, that was my dream. But the funny thing was, I wasn't asleep. The mind is a passion, the only was so open. So more of the thinking and less of the talking.
I know I make it. I know we'll make it. No matter how hard it may be. My dream will still be alive. Alive, 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 alive.
grew up wanna be a doctor. I didn't know I could turn a rock star. Cause dad said I should do the so sick. Me, I turned my dream into music. Friends and kin said I was losing. Call me holy yet I act so evil. And we've never been equal. Got 1 feet on the mainstream, but still not for the underground. Cause that's where I hustle my cream. They found must know I'm around. Name change, but same fresh sound. Call me wine, I'm a 2 week time. Rap against mine for sure, I'll shine. Lost my past in the race, looking for a future life. Married to my dream, I guess I got a future wife.
We'll make it. I know we'll make it. No matter how hard it may be. My dream will still be alive. We'll make it. I know we'll make it. No matter how hard it may be. My dream will still be alive. We'll make it. I know we'll make it. No matter how hard it may be. My dream will still be